Hey guys, Robbie here with FrekiFitWolf. It's time for another Tag Tuesday video. Alright guys, so another Tag Tuesday. This one, again, as always, comes from Tracy over at Trials of a Long-Haired Girl. So thank you for tagging me. I always appreciate it. I love doing these type of videos. And I am going to be tagging Let's Get Fit with Sandy. I actually came out with another tag, an actual weight loss struggle tag that is coming out Thursday. So I'm not tagging a bunch of people. I'm just tagging Sandy because I will always and forever tag Sandy. I'll link both of them down below so you can check out their channels if you haven't already yet. All right, so this one is a random food question tag. Food. I'm down. All right, so number one. White or wheat bread? Can I say potato bread? Because that stuff's awesome. But health-wise, I typically go more with the whole wheat bread. I grew up with either white or potato bread, or sourdough. Sourdough bread. I love croutons made out of sourdough. That's not the question, though. Anyway, I mostly eat now wheat bread or low-calorie white bread. All right, number two, pork or chicken? I have never been a big pork person. I've always been more of a chicken person, but I am from St. Louis, so pork steaks are awesome. Totally had to Google real quick. Yes, pork steaks are what they are called. It is a St. Louis thing. You can find them in other places as well, I'm sure. I don't know. If not, come to St. Louis, try pork steak. They are delicious. Not pork chop, pork steak. Very different, completely different actually. But typically I'm more of a chicken person. Like even as a kid, I remember going to barbecue places and I would be that person that would order the fish dish or a chicken dish rather than more of the traditional barbecue things, especially pork. I've just never been a big pork person. Beef, but not pork. Number three, bacon or sausage? Sausage. I'm thinking breakfast sausage. Any kind of sausage. I like sausage. And on that route, I do prefer sausage links rather than sausage patties. I don't know why. Now I'm wanting breakfast. Like I love biscuits and gravy and cutting up sausage links and putting them in the gravy and mixing it all together. And good thing I just ate because this video is gonna make me hungry otherwise. Number four, scrambled eggs or Overeasy? I honestly have never been a big egg person. If I am gonna order eggs, I do typically order scrambled. I can enjoy Overeasy, I guess. As a kid, freaked me out. Like the ooey gooey stuff, like going everywhere, kind of grossed me out. But I can enjoy them. I do like that if I'm having like a rice bowl with like a fried egg on top or an Overeasy egg on top. But typically if I'm making eggs, it's going to be scrambled, especially because then I like to put them on a sandwich and I feel more satisfied with that. Because before I've made I could make like 6 eggs and it doesn't feel like I'm eating much. I'm not a big egg person unless it's in a cake. Yeah. Anyway, number 5, cream and sugar or black coffee? I've talked about this a lot, and this is something Sandy and I actually agree on. I don't like coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. If I do, I need cream and sugar. I need it to not taste like coffee, basically. And so I do go on little kicks where I am wanting coffee a lot. Mainly, that's typically when I'm really good about not drinking soda, and so I'm trying to get caffeine some other way so I don't get a migraine, because the lovely kind of migraines that run in my family are the kind when you don't have enough caffeine in your system. So that's why even in my water, I do right now have, that's not as pretty in a green glass. It's purple, but it's the Mio caffeinated drops. I can put a couple of drops of those in a glass of water, give me a little bit of caffeine, and still get my water intake without actually drinking soda. So, yeah. Coffee, cream and sugar. Long answer, short. All right, next one, number 6, well done or rare? Again, typically I don't like ordering food that asks that type of question, but I don't like either. I typically say medium well. I mean, right in the middle. I don't like blood, and I don't like dry things. Granted, if it is done well, properly, it's not really dried out, but still, I like medium well. I still like that little splash of pink in there, but not like dripping blood when I cut into it. That just sounds gross. All right. Number 7, salad or squash. This one's actually kind of funny because I was at the grocery store and buying stuff to make a salad for dinner tonight. And oh, it was so good. It was so good. I used some of the Bold House ranch dressing and I put in a little bit of hummus in there, mixed that up, and oh my gosh, it was so good. But it was actually funny. While I was buying all of those things, I kind of walked by the squash section and I was like, do I want to make spaghetti squash for dinner instead? And then I looked, and a lot of the stuff that I had already put in my cart were things that, you pull down the bag and you put it in there. I'm like, I can't put this stuff back. So I'm sticking with my salad. And I'm really glad I did because it was so good. And I was actually really hungry by the time I got home. So I'm glad I didn't wait to cook a whole spaghetti squash. And yeah. All right. Number 8, green beans or broccoli. Broccoli is my favorite vegetable. So you pair that against anything and broccoli is going to win. I do like green beans. They have to be cooked a certain way. I don't know how to describe it, but there's a certain green bean flavor that when it's cooked a certain way, or I guess maybe not cooked enough, I'm not exactly sure what the reason is, but there's a certain green bean flavor that grosses me out. But when they are steamed properly, I do love green beans. But broccoli, I love broccoli. I steam them, eat them raw, grill them. No matter which way I've had broccoli, I love it. Number 9, Jello or pudding. Pudding. I've never been a big Jello person. I'm a texture person. And there's something odd about something wiggling and jiggling down my throat that I don't enjoy. It feels alive. So I'm not a big Jello person. Granted, I have eaten Jello and I have on occasion enjoyed it. It's not like it totally grosses me out. If I do eat Jello, it would be more like in something, I don't know how to describe it. Or the kind of Jello with like the ambrosia like stuff going on or whatever it's called. But typically I'm not a Jello person. Pudding though, I do like. I really do enjoy pudding, especially now that I finally can get all of my zero or my fat-free pudding mixes. That's made me really, really happy. All right, number 10, food truck or diner. This is a hard one because food trucks aren't available all the time, especially right now. Like normally during this time of year in St. Louis and Tower Grove Park, we have what's called Food Truck Friday, where the park that's literally 2 blocks that way, 3 blocks that way, there's a dozen or more food trucks that park for hours, and they have live music and just a lot of people everywhere, and any kind of food truck you can think of, they would have. Sometimes they're just local restaurants, but also stuff that's literally just the truck. All kinds of food, Mexican, street tacos are amazing, and dessert food trucks. There's so many different kinds. I can't think of them all because my brain's like, but I do love going to that, and I do love going when there are food trucks, but we're in a pandemic, so there's no food trucks. I don't know if there's like a sanitary way to do something like that, at least around here. Definitely not a festival style with live music and all that jazz, but definitely not as casual as I've seen. Plus, I used to love when I went out on Saturday nights, this food truck used to park outside of the bar that I went to, and there's just nothing better than like greasy food truck tacos. I think he usually had, or he sometimes had like hot dog type stuff. Always the best. But so anyway, so that's not really an option right now. I do love them, and now I really miss food trucks. But diners I do enjoy. We have in St. Louis, I don't think they're national, We have like 2 or 3 locations in St. Louis of what's called Courtesy Diner. Granted, if you live here, you know the one you don't go to. But the other 2 are fantastic, and I love them, and I actually miss them, and I actually should check them out soon because I can get food from there that is pretty darn healthy for diner food. I need to check that out. I don't know if they're even open because restaurants right now they're open, but they have a small capacity. I think we're at 25% right now, and that place is already small, so that might be like 2 people. I don't know because they're always pretty tiny. I'm gonna find that out, and I'm going to sometime this week eat there if I can, or get it to go, or whatever. But yeah, anyway, you don't even know what I'm talking about. You've never been to Courtesy Diner unless you've been here in St. Louis. So I need to stop rambling about it. And I guess I never answered that question. I would typically say in a non-pandemic state, I would typically go more diner just because they're a little bit more easy to find versus when the food trucks pop up randomly. But if they're both like right here, I'm probably going towards that food truck. I don't know. Probably because they're probably dirtier and greasier, and that makes food taste so much better. Yeah. So on that lovely note, I'm going to end it here, and thank you again, Tracy, for tagging me. And I am tagging Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. And you guys feel free to answer, give your opinions. Let me know if you've been to St. Louis and have had pork steak or had the Courtesy Diner. Let me know. All right. I'll talk to you guys. Well, Thursday is when my next video is coming out.